Hi, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Stuart Doughty, and I'm a personal development coach and corporate trainer. I'm also a consultant for the Proctor Gallagher Institute, working with Bob Proctor out of North America. Today, I have the pleasure of talking to you about the mindset for success. Talking about primarily the power of the mind to transform your life, your business, and you. So a lot of you that are here today and that are listening, you have big goals. There's something you're up to in life that's important to you. Something you want to do, something that will make a difference to other people, something that will contribute to your community. And it's something you want to give. You know what it is. You have the education, you have the information, something you want to express, something you want to give out there, whether it's as coaches, consultants, writers, healers, whether you want your own business, whether it's in law, whether it's making a difference in the world, whatever, I get that it's important to you. What's important to me is helping you succeed. And what I do is I help people understand the power of their mind to accomplish what it is that they want to do. Now, the power of the mind, why is that important? Why is the mindset so critical here? Like I said, those of you here today, and those of you watching also at home, you already know what it is you want to do. You have a lot of information, you have a lot of education, you've got it in your heart to give. But what I say is one of the most critical aspects of your work and of what I do is understanding how the mind works. Because no matter what you know, if you don't know how to get out there, if you don't know how to be successful, if you don't know how to control your thinking, you're going to struggle. And you know that. We know that. Those of us in the industry know that a lot of people struggle with what they want to do. They have the heart for it, they have the knowledge, the know-how, but they're still not getting it done. And the reason for that is the way we think. Ultimately, it's what we think and how we think that determines the results we get in life. It's not just what we do, it's whether we believe in what we do. It's whether we believe in us, whether you believe in you. Actually, just let me ask you right there for a quick show of hands, a silent show of hands, how many people in the room really believe in what they're doing? Okay, yep, everybody. I like that. How many people in the room really believe they're going to be absolutely successful and know it? All right, see, not so many, not as many of you raised your hands that time. That's doubt. And it's doubt in our mind that causes us to hold back. It causes us sometimes to fail. I don't like that word failure because no one ever fails unless they quit, unless they give up. But we have failures along the way in life, in our business. And you're going to have small failures, challenges, which cause you problems. But what I'm going to show you today is how to overcome those problems by understanding how your mind works. So what I want to show you right now is I put a brief diagram up on the wall. It looks pretty simplistic, and it's a representation of your mind. Because in truth, nobody knows what the mind looks like. If you stop and think about that for a second, what does your mind actually look like? Some of you may be saying, well, who cares what my mind looks like? I guess it's my brain. Well, actually, the brain is no more the mind than, I know, your elbow or your face. The mind is actually movement. It's not an organ. It's not part of your body. It is your body. In fact, what I'm showing here as a representation is we have two circles. The large circle represents the mind. The small circle represents the body. And I do that because the body is an instrument of the mind. The mind controls the body and tells the body what to do. What I've done here is divided the mind into two parts. The conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, the mind has many more elements to it than that, but this is how to make it simplistic. This is how to understand it. This is how to understand how your mind works. The conscious mind is the educated mind. It's the mind that thinks. The subconscious mind is the mind that creates programs that run in the background that make us do. So all of you in this room today, all of you watching the video, going to do a lot of thinking about what it is I want, what is it I'm going to do, how am I going to reach my goals, who am I in life. That's what we call conscious thinking, rational, reasonable thinking. But if you're ever going to do the things, the goals you set yourself and the dreams that you have, you've got to start believing and thinking with your subconscious mind. Because it's the subconscious mind that creates the programs that has us do the things we do, or prevents us from doing the things that we want to do that we're not doing, that we know we're not doing. You know, the subconscious mind gets programmed early in life. I think a lot of you understand this, that when we're children, we are open to the world. People tell us things and we believe it. Our parents tell us things, we accept it. It's that acceptance that sets up the programs that run us today. It's acceptance that the subconscious mind does. If it accepts an idea, it owns it and nothing will shift it. So if any of you are having trouble in reaching your goals, in doing the things you really want to do, it's because you have programs in the subconscious mind that are holding you back. The answer, the solution to all of this, is that with your conscious thinking, with your conscious mind, you can create any idea you want for yourself. And if you're able to plant it in your subconscious mind, you can cause it to happen. Because the beauty of the subconscious mind is that it will do whatever it's told to do. And if you know how to tell it, it will work for you instead of against you. So, one of the things that I want to explain today is how to go from where you are to where you want to go as quickly as you can. Because let's face it, you all have a lot of information, you all have a lot of knowledge, you all have an education, but you're not always applying what you know. So for example, the people in this room today, you're going to get a lot more information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of education from Nick. He's telling you a lot of great stuff that if you use it, that if you apply it, will make you successful in whatever it is you're doing. But how many people really, truly know that they're going to take what they learn, and whether it's here or somewhere else, and apply it? And I mean apply it tomorrow. Most people don't. So once again, a show of hands in the room, if you're willing. How many people will take what they learn here and use it on Monday? Actually put it, they know they'll put it to use on Monday, next week. Okay, so there's a few people putting their hands up. Why? There's uncertainty. We always have uncertainty in our mind. We're never quite sure if we can do this. We have doubts about ourselves, and that's okay, but we've got to get past the doubts. We've got to bring certainty in. We've got to start believing. So there's a gap between what you know and where you are, and what you do and where you're going. We call it the knowing-doing gap. You know, as most of you know, I coach with Bob Proctor from a program called Thinking into Results. And in Thinking into Results, one of the keys that we talk about is what's in the gap between what we know and what we do. What's in the gap, the knowing-doing gap, between where we are now and where we want to go, and we struggle to get there. What is it? What's in the gap are paradigms. And for those of you not too familiar with the idea of paradigms, paradigms are a collection of beliefs, values, conditioning from childhood, the things that make us who we are, the things that drive us forward to do what we do because we're already successful, but also the things that hold us back from being even more successful. So the paradigm lives in the subconscious mind. It's created like an operating system for your brain. So an operating system for your smartphone, running the phone in the background. You have the same thing in your brain, running you, running your mind, running your body. It tells you how you feel about something. It tells you whether you feel like you can do this, whether you're willing to go and do that. What do I feel like? You know that feeling on Monday morning, for those of you that have jobs, that work in jobs that you have to go to on Monday morning? You wake up, you're going, do you feel like going to work? Or do you feel like, I wish the weekend went on a little bit longer? That feeling comes from the programming, a program that says, I really don't want to do this. It's not what I really want to do, but I have to do it. The feeling causes the body to move. It creates action. The action you take every day is caused by your programs, more by your subconscious thinking than your conscious thinking. And every action gets a reaction out in the world. And it's that action-reaction that causes results that you have today. So if you don't like the results you have today, you want different results in your life, you've got to take different action. But you won't take different action unless you believe you can, unless you change your thinking and you change your beliefs. You know, Napoleon Hill said in his famous personal development book, Think and Grow Rich, that belief is essential. Mere hope or wish isn't enough. The mindset must be belief. Because if you don't believe, then you're never going to do what you want. There's no point wishing for a thing, there's no point hoping for a thing. If you don't believe you can do it, you're not going to get it. We cannot go beyond our beliefs in life. We have to learn how to change our beliefs. And that starts with the process of thinking right here in this stick person that I've drawn. There is a way to change your beliefs. Very simply and quickly, and we're going to go into this a bit more detail later, you start with a belief, an idea of what you want in the conscious mind, your rational, reasonable thinking. And you play with it, you imagine it. And once you imagine it and you start to get emotionally involved with it, it starts to sink down into the subconscious mind. You start to plant the seed of desire and the seed of belief. But it's the repetition of the thinking of it and getting emotionally involved here that puts it down here that actually starts to make you think differently and act differently. So it's getting engaged with the idea until you believe you can do it. Now, the belief in a thing will help you move towards it, but you'll get challenges. Even when you believe you can do something, you'll have challenges. You'll have moments of great discomfort. You'll think about whether you can, really, whether this was the right idea for you, whether you should be doing this. And you'll start to get doubts, anxiety, confusion, worry. And at that point, when those emotions come up, most people want to run away and quit. They want to give up. They hit what we call the terror barrier, the fear of the unknown, the fear of whether you're good enough, of not knowing how to do it. All of you are going to hit that if you've got big enough goals. I guarantee you, you cannot avoid the terror barrier, the fear that will come up from doing what it is you want to do. Because if you don't hit that terror barrier, I can tell you right now, your goal isn't big enough. Your goal simply isn't big enough because a big goal will cause fear, doubt, and worry. But we can overcome the terror barrier. We can break right through it. We can overcome the fear, get rid of the doubt by using our mind, by working with our mind, by understanding how the mind works, which is what I teach in Thinking to Results. You see, there's a process where with this simple diagram, we can explain how you break through that terror barrier. See, when you have an idea up here, a new idea that you play with up here, you don't worry about it, you get excited about it. It's only when you actually start to get emotionally involved with it and put it in the subconscious mind that the paradigm you already have tries to push it out. It's like some virus. It tries to attack it because it's not familiar. But the key to breaking through, the key to success, the key to the success of the mindset is understanding. Because when you know what's happening, when you know what's happening in here and in here, you can deal with it. Because fears are an illusion. That's right. Fears are not real. They're caused by a series of thoughts. Thoughts in which we are trying to assess the future. And we cannot predict the future except in hindsight. So the fears that come up when you think about the future are not real. They're illusions. They just feel real. But when you understand what's going on, you can deal with that. And that's what we do in Thinking into Results. We deal with the fears so that you can create new paradigms, new beliefs about you, believe in you, and accomplish those goals. You know, I like to say that I probably believe, no, I know I believe in your goal more than you do. Because I can't hear the doubts in your mind. I can't hear the little voice in your head telling you why you can't do it. If you tell me what your goal is and you can show me your passion for it, I can really believe in it. And if I believe in it and we work together, I will hold you to that goal. I will know how to get you there. I know how to get you there more than you do because I can believe in your goal, in your dream, more than you can because I can't hear the doubts and the fears inside your head. So if you want to work with me, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to create the right mindset for success so that you can reach your goals and make a difference in this world, work with me. I'll show you how to get there. And for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. See you on the journey.